Callum, it's an unbelievable run of results, isn't it? It's hard to understand with the way that things were going just before Christmas there.
Yeah, it's obviously frustrating with the results after Christmas, and obviously the run up to Christmas was really good, and then we had the break, and ever since then we haven't really got it how we was before Christmas. So yeah, we're just as frustrated as everyone else, and we've still got 12 games to turn it around, and hopefully we can do that.
How frustrating is it when you can think back to what was happening and the way we were playing and dominating games and getting the results off the back of it to what's happening now?
Yeah, it's hard to take, but I mean, it's tough to. There's not really anything to put it onto, so I think we just have to try and take as many positives out of the 11 games we've just played as we can, because I think the gaffer mentioned it all the time, was leading a lot in those games. We just haven't sorted it out, so there's still positives to take, and hopefully, as I said, the last 12 games we can put it right and get back to our form before Christmas.
This is the difficult bit, isn't it? Because people like me, we say, come on, pinpoint it. What is it that's changed? But actually not much has. It's just we need to get those results. We need to get back to winning.
Yeah, it's obviously the same group of lads with a few additions in January, obviously. So we know what we can do and what we're capable of, because we've shown that before Christmas. So hopefully we can go back to the traits we were going before Christmas, the high pressing, the high intensity and stuff. So I think, as I said, we've shown it in glimpses at times, but just not long enough, and we haven't been resilient enough.
When a run like this is going on, do you feel yourselves getting more anxious? Can we say that within the dressing room, that players are starting to feel it?
No, definitely not. I mean, it's obviously, it can dent your confidence and stuff, but we all believe in each other. We're still a tight-knit group. There's no one starting to be toxic or anything, so it's still a really good dressing room to be around, and we know ourselves, and it's only down to us to turn things around.
And are you demanding more of each other as you go through a spell like this to try and get yourselves out of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, words of encouragement is necessary, but I mean, also you have to tell people when they're not doing the right things, but in a positive way, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do, adding that into our game, and it's important. There's 11 leaders out on the pitch on Saturdays and Tuesdays,
and that's something that the fans do ask. Are players being combative with each other? Are they growling at each other? Is there that nastiness when you're looking to pick yourselves up? Yeah,
I mean, you need it. Sometimes you need that kick up the backside. But as I said, in a positive way. You don't want to start the arguments and falling out with in the dressing room, because that's when nothing will change. So, as I said, it's still a really good group to be around. There's still a good positivity around the changing room.
It's been a big factor, hasn't it, that the dressing room has been together, and again, this could dent that. People can hide away. Are you getting any sense of that?
No, there's definitely no hiding. There's lots of conversations going on in the changing room about what we can do better. There's a lot of that, so I think people are coming out of the shells more and speaking out more about what we can do better, which is good, and I think you need that with the form we're going through.
You mentioned that frustration when we've been leading in games and we've looked comfortable. When you get something like Tuesday night, when it looks like we're the one that's going to go and get it, but they do, how much does that affect how everybody feels in that dressing room? Yeah,
obviously makes it a lot harder to take. Obviously we've been so late as well, and I thought it was a lot better on Tuesday night to the previous Saturday. So as I said, there's positives to take from the game, but it was a sucker punch to concede so late on.
And the players are taking responsibility, aren't they? They're not hiding the way. You know that it's you guys who need to do this to turn it around.
Yeah, no one else can change it for us. Obviously we do our training stuff, the gaffer picks a team, but as it comes to 3 o'clock on a Saturday, it's 11 players on the pitch and people coming off the bench to turn things around.
You've mentioned it already, that the positivity, there is positivity there, because we have had long spells in games where we've been the team on top. That must be something you can work with.
Yeah, it's not like we're losing 3-4-0 every week. We're still in most of the games and stuff, and as I said, we've been leading quite a few, so there's positives there. We know we can, we've shown in glimpses like the Bradford game, we can get back to our best, and hopefully come Saturday we can do that.
Putting the captain's armband on, Callum, what was that like?
Yeah, it was a nice feeling. First time in professional football I've had the armband, so it was nice, and obviously it was a win against Bradford as well, but then since then we've gone back to losing a couple, so hopefully we can change that result on Saturday.
Does that give you an added sense of responsibility within that dressing room environment when people are looking to you as the skipper?
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice thing to have the armband and stuff, but I don't think you should take it for granted as well. So it's obviously nice to lead the team out onto the pitch, but I think you have to show in performances, you be a leader as well.
And there are players in that dressing room, and the gaffer's mentioned this, who haven't had full seasons before. A lot of them, this will be new. The winning streak will be new, the losing streak will be new, or they're not picking up the points. How much is it important for you guys who've got the experience to help them through it?
it's massive. Quite a few of the lads obviously haven't played full season, so it's important to keep encouraging them, make sure they're looking after themselves as well, so there's no injuries and stuff. And I think we've not had too many injuries like muscle wise and stuff like that, so it's been fortunate on that front, and we've still got a healthy big squad to pick from.
Cambridge at the weekend, good team. We tend to like playing against good teams, don't we?
Yeah, I think most teams are, pretty much every team in this league are very decent, so, and obviously we owe them one for what they did to us first game of the season. We know it's going to be a tough game. They're up there at the top, so we have to be at our very best to get something from the game.